Hey guys, car audio Q&A, and excuse the mess. It's been really busy here. Brendan's been building boxes. I've been building boxes. We haven't had time to clean up. We want to go home early today if we can. It's Friday. Brendan is obviously doing weird stuff in the background, as you can see. Anyway, we're going to get started. Both questions are from YouTube. Sorry, this is the second shot on this video because Brendan made me laugh incredibly hard. So, the first person's question is by Andre. The second one is by Markeith, and they're both from YouTube, like I said. And the first question is, I was wondering, I was gonna buy a custom box for my car, and I don't know what's better for sound, fiberglass made by a pro or a wood box. Well, assuming the wood box is made by a pro, and it's not just made out of cardboard, it's actually made out of wood by a pro. In my experience, obviously the majority of boxes are always going to typically be MDF, birch, etc. I've built a lot of fiberglass boxes before, and in my opinion, they sound just as good. However, just like any box, regardless if it's wood or fiberglass, the construction needs to be solid, it needs to be rigid. Depending on the speaker you're using, it may even need some bracing. So usually with fiberglass boxes, when people make them, they just don't make them quite thick enough, so you get some flex. And you don't want flex in a box, obviously. You want it to be, like I said, as rigid as possible. So if you're gonna have a fiberglass box made, then just make sure whoever constructs it, make sure it's very, very thick. I don't really have anything here to show you, do I? No, I don't. Anyway, but either one would be fine. It's usually hard to, depending on the shape of the box when it comes to a fiberglass enclosure, especially if it's like vehicle specific, it's like in the side panel. It's usually a little bit harder to make a box like that ported, so generally they're sealed. So obviously with wood, if you're willing to take up a little bit more space, you can go ported. So there can be a hurdle here or there depending on what you go with, though. So hopefully that answers your question. Second one is also box related, and this one is, I don't know which woofer box I want to get. I want to know which box gets lower between a ported box or a sealed box. I have two Pioneer Champion 3500s. So I like both ported and sealed boxes personally, just depending on the application. Generally speaking, a ported box will typically play lower. However, there's a lot more factors that go into just the box and the woofer. I mean, the response of the vehicle, how much gain you're going to get out of the car with the type of enclosure that you make. And obviously the most important thing is the enclosure being built to spec and being solid and rigid like we talked about earlier. So, but it's just my opinion. I personally prefer a ported box, and a ported box designed properly for the car will sound just as good, if not better, than a sealed, but also be at least a minimum of 3 dB more in output, which we all want more output typically. That's why we usually go ported. We want louder. And ported doesn't necessarily always have to mean louder. A lot of people think ported boxes, that's sloppy bass. Well, I'll agree with some people to a certain extent. If you look at really high-end home cabinets, you'll see that the woofers, the enclosures that they use, they're ported. But the box is designed properly. Usually your off-the-shelf boxes, like we've talked about before, are tuned really high, around 40 hertz or higher. And that just creates a big giant peak. And that's what most people probably tend to say they don't like the sound of. It's really boomy. But then again, ported box designed properly will sound really good. All right, so that's all I'm gonna say about woofers. I've had enough. That's all I'm gonna say at all. But what I do wanna say is I do wanna say thank you for all your questions. Thank you for watching, because obviously without the questions, without you guys watching, it'd be kind of really pointless for me even to do these videos. And we hope that as the videos go on, we're gonna do more and more and more better things, fun things that you guys will really like. We have an educational series coming out at some point that we'll be filming. With our recent move to our new headquarters, we haven't had a whole lot of time to keep filming. But anyway, thank you again. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. Make sure you follow us on Instagram, Facebook, etc. I'm Alan. See you later.